I am a graduate of the Wendy Peeney School of Badass Cartooning. I actually went to school and minored in art, but I didn't take many classes. I took maybe, honestly, like 3 or 4. I took some basic design classes and some figure drawing classes. And then really, drawing comic books will teach you more about art than any course you could take. As a matter of fact, drawing a complete comic book to me should be a master's program.
So then it didn't take professional ties to get into the industry?
No, it takes talent and ability to get in the industry. And talent will cut through anything. I mean, I've done a lot of portfolio reviews, and you can see who has talent and who doesn't. Or you can see who has potential and who doesn't. Most people, I think, have potential, but a lot of people don't have the drive, you know? You don't have potential. I didn't want to say it, I didn't want to point you out, but I can tell. But if you see, like, you can see, like, people have actually done several pages, and if you see that the pages improve, you know, from page 1 to page 10, this person has a lot of potential, you know? I mean, page 1 of the Sex Gophers I drew was horrifying. You know, I look at it now. I want to take it with me to conventions and show people who are like, oh, I don't know, I'm not very good. Oh yeah, look, you know, neither am I. But if you try and you work at it, but then I kind of felt like my artwork had hit a ceiling, even though I'd been published several times, and I dropped out of comics and started doing commercial art. And then a few years later, I auditioned for Dragon Ball Z and got the part of Krillin. Well, I went to our first convention, which was Comic-Con. You guys been to Comic-Con? Anyone? No. Dude, you got to check it out at least once. It's the mecca of all things nerd. But I was at Comic-Con, and we were doing our signing with me and Chris Sabat and Sean Schimmel and Stephanie Nadolny. And we were signing, and people kept talking about Wendy Peeney, and they kept bringing her name up and bringing her name up. And then finally I said, is she here? Where is she? And they're like, dude, she's right behind you. And I turned and looked, she's like, hello. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. I think I spewed some nerd blah, 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 blah. And turns out she was a fan of Dragon Ball Z. And she started drawing pictures of our characters with her characters and giving it to us as gifts. Well, I found out later the place where we were signing was actually in her booth area, because the guy running the Funimation booth had merchandise completely covering every table and had no place for us to sign. So he asked them if it would be okay, and when Wendy said, the Dragon Ball Z actors want to sign here, yeah! So we lucked out. Well, I used to work Comic-Con as an artist, so So I started, I don't know, I just felt moved by the music. So I went to my room and I drew a picture of our characters talking to her characters and saying, thank you for letting us sign the booth. Well, she saw that and said, wow, this is really annoying. We should take this.
Sound check.
This is just a sound check?
Yeah.
The coffee
Man.
hasn't started yet.
We should take this to an ice cream parlor or something. But
But
anyway, so she hired me on the spot. And then when she hired me, I said, can I be your apprentice? And she said yes, and that's how I got it. Do we have another question? Yeah.
What got you into just acting in general?
What got me into acting, you ass? Well, I'll tell you now, but let's start the class. I wanted to be on TV, yo! No, I was a little kid. I loved TV, and I loved Monty Python, and started doing recordings, my own Monty Python skits recording. And then I decided to get into theater in high school, and I don't know, I just kind of felt bit by that theater bug, or possessed by that theater demon, whatever you want to call it. What? Yeah. You with no potential. What is your question? Okay, the man with no potential asked me this. He said, what do you do when you start writing a script? He says, sometimes you have to write an outline, is that right? Okay, yeah, sometimes I write an outline, sometimes the story just comes out. It depends. If you're stuck for an idea, or a lot of people come up to me with scripts and are like, I don't know, I just got completely stuck. And I always ask them, well, how does the story end? And usually they say, I don't know. And I say, well, that's your problem. if you know your characters and you know how the story's going to end, the story will write itself. Because they'll tell you how to get to that point. Yeah.
Okay, two things. One, what do you think of Rob Liefeld? And two, in regards to the whole, if you know the end, then you know write itself, Lost.
Do what?
Lost.
Lost.
Well, I have not seen Lost, believe it or not.
The writers have admitted they knew the beginning, they knew the end, but they had.
So they really were lost.
Yeah, they didn't know what to write.
Rob Liefeld is a hack. That's just my opinion. No, I know, and there's room for everybody, and people love Rob Liefeld, so I'm not going to put him down, so even though I think it sucks.
Hands or feet?
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, camera. What would you say was the hardest voice to do?
Hardest voice is the one I'm doing now, and hello ladies, how are you? And that is Usopp on One Piece. That is very, hey, you guys are staff here, so you can actually help me. If that music comes up again, can we tell them to turn it down?
Yeah.
Because I was having to rap my answers, which was fun for a while, but it's so hot in here, I'm running out of energy. I know. How long? When will they actually start? When will they actually start? Okay, that'll be really fun. So when the music actually starts next door, everybody, I want you to stand up and we'll just dance off the rest of this panel.
Yeah.
So what was your question again? It wasn't Rob Liefeld.
The hardest voice.
Oh, Usopp, by far. Yeah, Usopp. Because Krillin is at this level, right? But Usopp is at this level. And that little hitch in his voice is really hard to do. I usually can't do any more than 3 hours at a stretch.
You're saying that was harder than screaming as Ragnarok?
That was hard, but Ragnarok didn't last as long as Usopp.
I'm gonna try to find a volume control. Hey, that's better.
Could we get
Good, maybe we'll just have a sound off over here. Yeah, Ragnarok was pretty cool because I didn't have to audition for that one. And they just said, oh, I think we want Sonny for this one. I thought, cool, it's like this evil demon, right? And then like a few episodes in, he becomes this chibi thing. Like, yeah, it's just an angry Krillin.
Could we get a little?
Yes, you in the back. No, you with the goggles. Yeah.
How do you deal with naysayers, like people telling you just to stop, you're never going to be able to pursue anything?
Nobody ever tells me that.
No one ever told you that?
No, everybody tells you that. Like even my own mother told me to get my certified public accounting degree because she was a CPA, and this is a steady job that you can rely on, right? And she told me that until I got on Dragon Ball Z. When she heard my voice on TV, she stopped saying it. And that's going to be the way for anyone trying to accomplish anything. I say you live one time. You don't want to be on your deathbed going, God, what if I should have tried that, right? I'm not saying you're going to accomplish everything you want to do, but you should at least try. Because trying it, then you can say, at least I tried, and you gave it your all. But that's the only way. People are going to hate, so what? Let them hate, that's their problem. Yeah.
Okay, a couple of questions. What was your favorite voice to act for, and how do you usually get ready to actually act those out?
One of my favorite voices to do was Zenjiro from Kodacha, but nobody knows about that show. Oh, you do. That was a buck-toothed character. It was so fun to do. And he was so goofy, and they let me make up a lot of lines, and I love improving. Yes, yes, yes. Now I sound like gold member. Yes, yes. The father. That's not how they talk.
I
Yeah.
don't know, you freaky Dutch bastard.
Yes. Dutch. I'm Dutch. How crazy. What is your question?
How did you come up with the voice for Krillin?
For Krillin?
Yeah.
Well, when I was a little bitty boy. No. Well, I got cast as Krillin because I could sound like the original Krillin from Canada, which you guys may not even remember this, in Ocean Group. This is about 14 years ago, right? It was Terry Clausen, and his Krillin sounded like, hey, you guys, wait up, it's me, Krillin! That level. So I got cast because I could mock him. And then Barry Watson was the director at the time of Dragon Ball Z, and he said, now this is recorded in Texas, so he said, hey, that sounds just like Terry Clausen, but I hate that voice.